Welcome to Toffee TV. Pre-season has begun. Everton are in Austria and they've got their first game this week against the mighty ATV Irdning, who, after a lot of research, well, going on Google, we've basically found out they're a 6th division level team in Austria, in the Oberliga.
Sounds good.
So essentially, Everton are just playing a training match in Austria in the training base to just finish off a week of training.
Yeah, it's what they normally do, isn't it? Just play a local team, put some of the ideas into practice within a game environment, and it gives the players something to focus on, I suppose, at the end of the week, rather than just training camp, playing against each other. It gives the manager a chance to look at players in certain positions and get everyone used to playing games against different players.
What have you made of the snippets that we've seen this week of training? Obviously you can't gauge a lot, but what have you thought of the way Marco Silva's gone in and his handling of the training?
Yeah, what I like is he looks very, very hands-on, which was kind of ties in with everything I've read anyway. Seeing him moving people into position, getting his message across, getting his point across, and it just looks good actually seeing a coach rather than someone just standing on the side. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen normally, but it's good to see, and knowing what I've read and knowing what other players have said about him and how he works, I think it's good. I think that's what we need. I think it's good for players like Tom Davis. I think it'd be really good for people like Sandro who have gone away from the club, and Lookman, who've gone away on loan with one idea of the club in their mind, and have now come back to potentially a different idea within the club, if you know what I mean. So the club will almost feel fresh to them again because there's a new person at the hands of it, you know, at the helm rather, and he is so hands-on. So I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. I mean, what have you made of it? I think the I mean, listen, we're not privy to everything that's gone on. We can only get released certain things. I thought the you know, the things like the shooting drill and things like that, where if you look about it, it looks like it's a lot of hard work, but there's a focus on the ball rather than just running laps and laps and laps, or you know, going out and doing boring, monotonous you know, training. It looks like there's a physical purpose to it. You know, it's to get players fit, but also sharpen them up in how they move the ball. So I think from that point of view, it's what players want. It's more of a balanced idea, because obviously you speak to old professionals or players maybe who play in the lower leagues or whatever, and you know, there's still that idea that, you know, for the first couple of weeks you're just running and flogging your guts out, and then eventually the ball will come out. It's not like that anymore, obviously, now with the way, you know, sports science is and the way players are looked at. You know, you've seen them all, the vests and all that, keeping an eye on them and knowing how much they're putting in and what need. And I think that's really, you know, that's really good to see. And the same as you, I think a manager who's a hands-on coach, who is actually telling people what they do from the start, that's a real key you know, opponent of how we will go forward, because I think all the best managers now are coaches who drill into their teams what they want, and there's nothing is left to chance, or nothing is left to somebody else. Of course he's got his people around him. That's why it's important he's got his people around him, so that they know. And maybe that's why we've seen some people leave the club, you know, who maybe thought they were staying at the club, because he knows exactly what he wants, and he only really trusts the people around him to do that. Which, it sounds to me, I know every coach, every manager will bring in their own people, but I think when you boil things down to the details, the very fine details, you need people who you can trust around you. Of course you do. So we'll see what happens, but you know, it'll be good tomorrow to see them knocking a ball around, and then obviously we'll move on to Wednesday when they play Bury, and then they'll step it up at the next weekend when they play in Portugal, onto the Blackburn game, and before you know it, you know, the season will be on us. So it's good that at the end of a week, you know, players can get out there and remember what it's like to be in an Everton shirt.
Yeah, I think I've liked seeing the focus of the training, the different style that he's got. You know, players running off the ball, things like that. And I think it's important because for him, what's really key is he does know what he wants, and he knows what he wants from the start. And I think that's where we've missed the trick a little bit over the last few seasons. I'm not sure Koeman really knew what he wanted. Obviously Sam Allardyce was coming and was doing whatever, you know, within the season. He knew what he wanted, but it was a focus of points,
yeah.
wasn't it? Whereas, and I think Roberto Martinez knew what he wanted, but it was a different way. It was more a way of playing rather than knowing exactly what he wanted to fit into that situation. So from that side of it, I think it's been good.
I suppose from a recruitment point of view, it's important as well that he knows exactly what he's got. I know we all want to see signings, but it's important that he knows what he's got straight away. So maybe that's, you know, at the end of this week now, we're coming to the end of the week, you're looking at the game, you can look at those players, and again, of course, it's only really a practice game, but he can look at the players and see who has really took on board those ideas, and then maybe if there's any players that he's 50-50 about, whether it be a Balassi, whether it be a Morgan Schneidlin, or even the younger players who could step in and fill those roles. If he can see that little glimmer from the start, going, he's on board with this, he knows I can work with that. Maybe that's a good opportunity. You can see that in a game situation rather than, you know, just on the training field.
Yeah, you've got to look at. He's only been here. You know, we looked at a lot of footage and all that, but until you're working with players, you're instructing them. You know, we might look at players and, like you've just said, he might have been 50-50 on them and gone, yeah, he's not really up to it. And now he's training with them and they're listening, he can see an improvement and it comes through. Might make his decision and go, you know what, where we thought we needed 8 or 7, we actually only need 5 because these 2 I can work with. These look good. Or it might work the opposite way. Could be where these thought these sound, and then he'd work with them and gone, if someone comes in for them, you know, I'm happy to let them go. They're not really going to do what we need them to do. But it's all down to the players, isn't it? It's the players. At the end of the day, they're playing the game. And I think if you look at the recruitment side, yes, we want people in, but we want quality in. It'd be nice to get one in quickly, and people have misinterpreted when I said that the other day. Quickly, as long as the quality is right, because I think that sets the marker out of where you're going. But they have to be the right quality. You don't bring players in for the sake of it. You've got to fit. But I feel as though he could be key to getting the more out of who we bought last season. You know, maybe Sandro Ramirez will come back and be a different player because he might be in a different role. Maybe Davy Klaassen might or might not be, but he can make that decision. You know, maybe Kieran Dowell will be involved where other people have gone, well, I don't know. You know, and I expect Michael Keane will be better because he'll be told where he's expected to be. I think Mason Holgate will be better for it. Tom Davis will be better for it. So from that, you know, from that aspect, he'll play a game against a local team. Everton should win the game comfortably, but it'll be, I should imagine it's their cup final, so they'll be right up for it, and it'll be a good idea to see. I'm looking forward to see if there's any noticeable changes in how we play from the start. Really, you know, it's you know, not going to be able to judge it properly, but it'd just be good to see how we attack and stuff, or is it still going to be? Is Cenk Tosun still going to be isolated with no one near him? You know, that'll be, for me, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, we're not really going to get a clear picture.
No, of course. But you might get some.
But you might get an idea of who's going to be where, and obviously, listen, you know, apart from Pickford, Garner, and Sigurdsson, Garner's actually playing with lions.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
And Sigurdsson's filming sharks swimming by his
the last thing I seen, it looked rough as hell. The storm was coming. And Jordan's still at the World Cup. So he won't be flying home till Saturday night, I would imagine. So and he'll be out of the picture till the beginning of August, I'd imagine. So he'll put a team out, and hopefully, you know, he'll have the likes of Walcott, he'll have the likes of Cenk Tosun. He can put a basis of a team out, and we'll see what happens. And it's a good run out. it's a good end to it.
I should imagine everyone will play.
Yeah.
So it'll be a chance, unless anyone's slightly carrying anything, but it'll be a good chance maybe to look at Anthony Robinson at that level. Maybe look at Adam Oliver.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because
no, but I just mean within the team. Look, you're not going to know because they're up against.
No. What I'm saying is it's hard. The problem is it's hard because it is only one game and there is 20 players there or whatever, so it is hard.
It'll be half a team, half. I should imagine.
Yeah.
And that'll. But like you say, it's something to. It's a good chance for us, like fans, to look and go, well, let's see what he's like. Let's see what he's like.
Well, for us, it's a good chance to just see them back, isn't it?
And to see a game of football with Everton, with an Everton kit on. So
forget about the England 3rd place, 4th place games. Bothered. Everton are playing a 6th-tier team from Austria.
What time do England play? Is that 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
Is it 4?
Both games are 4.
I'll be watching Everton.
I'm watching Everton.
No interest in England.
I might have it on the side just to see if who's playing or whatever. But yeah,
watching Everton.
It's all about Everton.
All eyes on the Blues now.
All about ATV Irdning. There you have it. Yeah, there you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. How do you how would you like? I'm trying to make the words seem like I'm not really taking this game seriously, but what did you want to take out of this game? Who do you want to see play where and what formation and yeah, all those things? It doesn't really matter, does it? It just be nice to watch Everton play.
It's a game of football. It's a chance for everyone to see the play. You don't get many chances to see a lot of the players, and it's an exciting time. It's a new manager with new ideas, so it's have they took it on board. Is there a noticeable difference in the way we play? Of course they're not going to be the finished article. Of course we're not going to, if we win 6-0, it doesn't mean that's it, we sorted all the problems, but it's just a good idea to see where we are and to see certain players and like you say, watching a game of footy that Everton are playing in.
If they're not the finished article by Berry though, they'll be
need 9 signings then.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you later.